All right, welcome back. Today, we're jumping right into mission number 2, gathering your intel. This, right here, is where the real work begins. You're building the very foundation of your entire case, so this phase is absolutely critical. Let's get to it.
So, you've wrapped up Mission 1. Your first batch of VA forms are in. Now that's a huge step. It officially locks in your effective date for benefits. But it also kicks off your next critical mission. So be sure to keep a close eye on your email, because you're going to get instructions on setting up all your online access.
Consider this your official green light. Seriously, from this moment forward, your main focus is going to shift from just filling out paperwork to actually gathering evidence. This whole phase is about finding, collecting, and securing every single piece of information that tells your story. Time to get to work. Now, before you start gathering intel from the outside world, you've got to master your own digital toolkit. Your very first objective is what we'll call digital reconnaissance, getting full unrestricted access to the VA's online systems. Trust me, this is completely non-negotiable. Okay, here are your 3 immediate action items. First, you've got to get registered on va.gov. Think of this as your main dashboard for tracking your claim. Second, you need to upgrade to a premium MyHealthyVet account. You do that by completing the identity verification. This is the only way you'll get full access to your medical records. And third, you need to learn how to use the blue button.
Don't underestimate the power of this one little feature. The blue button is basically your master key. With just a few clicks, it pulls your entire VA health history. We're talking doctor's notes, lab results, x-ray reports, everything, and puts it into a single, clean PDF you can download. This is going to be your first and maybe most important piece of evidence. You need to master this tool.
Okay, so you've got your digital access secured. Now it's time to widen the search. We're moving from online recon to building a complete evidence dossier. And that means you've got to look way beyond just the VA and start collecting every relevant document from every possible source.
Think of your evidence as falling into 4 main buckets. First, you've got your VA medical records, which you now know how to get using that blue button. Then, you've got private medical records from any non-VA doctor you've ever seen. Third, statements, which is also called lay evidence. And finally, your military records, like your DD-214. It's time to check the closets, the attic, the garage. You got to find everything.
It is so important to understand the difference between official records and what we call lay evidence, and why you absolutely need both. Your medical records? They provide the official diagnoses, the what. But lay evidence, that's your personal story and statements from people who know you. That fills in all the gaps. It provides the context, the human element, the how and the why that official records just can't capture.
So to do this the right way, you'll use 2 very specific forms. For your own story, your detailed account of what's been going on, you'll use VA Form 21-4138. And to get those super important statements from your buddies, your family, or your friends, you'll use VA Form 21-10210. These are not optional, you guys. They are vital pieces of your evidence puzzle.
Now that you're out there, gathering all this intel, where does it all go? This is a really critical step. You don't just stack it on your desk, or worse, start emailing it piece by piece. There is a very specific protocol here, and your secure client portal is the key to all of it.
Remember, this is a team effort, but we have a clear division of labor. Your mission is to be the detective, right? You're the one finding every last piece of evidence. Your advocate's mission is to be the strategist, to take everything you found, organize it perfectly, and build the strongest possible argument. So don't you worry about making it perfect, just find it.
And here it is. This might be the single most important rule in this entire process. Every single document you find, from that blue button report to a buddy statement to your old DD-214, it gets uploaded directly to your secure client portal, and only the client portal. Do not send anything directly to the VA. The portal is the one secure hub for everything, period.
You know, while you're digging up all this past evidence, you also need to be creating current evidence. And that means keeping up with your medical treatment is non-negotiable. Every time you go to the doctor, a new official record is created. It proves your condition is ongoing, and it establishes fresh, recent evidence. If you've had a long gap in care, start seeking treatment now.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about what not to do. The next few slides are all about mission-critical mistakes that can delay, damage, or even completely derail your claim. So please pay very close attention to these warnings.
First things first, the VA does have a duty to assist, that's true, but you absolutely cannot rely on them to go out and get your private medical records for you. Their efforts can be incredibly slow, often incomplete, and that just leads to massive delays. It is your responsibility to get those records yourself. You are the most reliable person for this job.
Second, whatever you do not just dump a disorganized 500-page pile of documents on the VA. Think about it. An adjudicator staring at a messy, giant file is just going to be overwhelmed. They're more likely to miss key evidence, and that could lead directly to a denial. Remember, your job is to gather, your advocate's job is to organize it all before it ever gets to the VA.
And this is the final, most critical warning of all. Never, ever submit anything directly to the VA without your advocate seeing it first. An unvetted document can sometimes have negative or contradictory information in it that can literally sabotage your entire claim from the inside. Everything, and I mean everything, must go through your advocate via the portal first. So, let's just do a quick recap of Mission 2. Your objective is crystal clear. Gather all your intel from every single source. Secure that evidence by uploading it to your client portal, and only your client portal. And of course, avoid those critical pitfalls we just talked about. This is how you build a case that's made to win.
Look, this is the phase where you really take control of your own claim. It takes some real effort, I know, but every single document you find is another building block for your future. The mission is yours. So, are you ready to gather your intel?